Hi, it's Jessica Hartley here to talk about love, sex, and relationships. And this week, we're going to talk about something that is the cornerstone of all relationships, and that is friendship. Deep, real friendship. This comes up for me this week because our first baby, our first fur baby that my husband and I um, got together after we married, just passed away yesterday. And so it's left us in a sense of sadness and thinking about the memories and just reminiscing together. And what this has done, though, at the same time, it's really brought us together, and it's really illuminated the friendship that we have together outside of everything else in our relationship that is really at the core of our relationship. And it also reminds me about the connection that my husband had with our dog. It was his first little girl, and even after we had children, it's always sort of, she's always sort of kept that space in his heart, and so he was really connected to her. And when I think about the relationship that they had, it was, they say dogs are a man's best friend. And why is that? I want us to consider that for a moment and to really just um, notice the qualities in that kind of relationship that are present that would draw him or myself so closely connected to our dog. When we were thinking about it, it's like it's that ever present acceptance at the core of it. It's like no matter what we did, no matter what kind of mood we were in, no matter how angry we were or complaining we were, or if we didn't take her out for a walk, or if we even forgot to feed her one day, or, something like that, she never held a grudge. She always loved us unconditionally. And that is something that a dog can easily do for its human family. And it's a lot harder for us to do human to human. We take things personally. We get upset and say, hey, you're disrespecting me. Here's how I want you to respect me, or whatever it is. And we get emotionally attached to the mistakes that they make. And we take that to mean things about ourselves. And before you know it, there's conflicts and chips on people's shoulders and words that shouldn't have been said and feelings that have been hurt and trust that's been broken. But you know what? If we just had a friendship similar to what a dog can offer, it would be something more similar to what myself and some of my best girlfriends have. I can think of one girlfriend in particular who we've had some tough times, where we were not getting along very well. And now I consider her one of my deepest and best friends because we've been able to see beyond that and see each other beyond that and see the good and the intentions in the other person, and to really honor and love and respect each other despite even our own flaws, even our own mistakes. And so that's something that we should notice and try to incorporate into our marriages and into our core relationships in our lives, because it's the most important relationship in your life. Nothing else will ever have as much value for you. So friendship, deep, real friendship, that ability to see the person beyond the mistakes, beyond their bad day, beyond their getting it wrong or failing or disappointing you sometimes. And to just, number one, get over it because you know deep down that they're a good person and you love them. And number two, to not take it personally, to just something that I teach all the time is let their action be a reflection of them. Their action is not ever a reflection of you. So don't take it on like it's yours, meaning don't take it personal. Let it be them. And instead of taking it personal and reacting by closing your own heart or carrying bitternesses or grievances or getting offended or da 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 da, getting on our high horse and, tripping our own ego and lashing out and all of that. Instead of that, just have compassion and just sort of an unconditional kind of love that only we can offer. Get this idea. What if you were the one person besides your family dog who could love your spouse absolutely unconditionally, who can be their best friend despite however they show up? And if we could do that, wow. I mean, I hope your mind is blowing right now, because if we can do that, not only is it good for our inner being, it's good for their inner being, and then it's good for the relationship, and then it's good for the children that you have, and the friends that you have, and the examples that you set into the world, and then it's good for my own inner happiness and the joy and energy I bring to my work and to all my interactions in my day. And then the same with my spouse. And it trickles out bit by bit, ripple effect. Just allowing that unconditional love to ripple out further and further and further into the world. One of the things that our little fur baby, her name was Gidget, did was whenever we'd come home, she'd actually smile. She would grin and you could see her teeth, and she'd be so happy, always wagging her tail, but it was so unique about her. And so that's something that we also might be just a small little token to start cultivating. Even, every time you see each other, despite how your day is, how hot or how annoying or how, to just when you see your spouse or people that are important to you, first time you see them, to just smile at them, go give them that hug and that kiss and show them that you're glad that they're home, without expectations. I know it's hard. I am not perfect at it. I'll be the first to admit, but it's something to keep in mind as a goal, as a relationship goal, to foster that kind of energy and that unconditional friendship, that deep core of friendship that is at the bottom of everything, so that way your spouse can cry on your shoulder. That way they can be authentic and real and know that they can come to you and say, hey, I made a mistake, or come to you with their fears and their worries and all their joys and all their celebrations and everything else. That's a space that we have to offer. And friendship is at the core. It's at the bottom of everything in a lasting relationship and a lasting marriage. So I hope you enjoy that nugget, and if you have fur babies, go give them some extra cuddles from me today. I'll talk to you later.